How long is it? Oh, it's about a week, or maybe an hour. That is a long time. They said, no, you were in there 15 minutes. Oh, it seemed like an hour, man. I was there, you know. SubhanAllah, it was a long time. But maybe it's something you're enjoying watching. Maybe it's a cricket game. Maybe it's a soccer game, football game. Something you're really enjoying, you know. Your wife says, honey, take out the garbage. Oh, honey, listen, it's going to be over in just a minute. Let me just, just let me watch it. Maybe you're working on the internet, doing something there. Just a second. Just give me 1 second. I'll be off. It'll be no time at all. Then you look at your watch. Oh, it's time for Asr already. So we don't know what's time, do we? And Allah swears by this time that all of His creation of the human beings are going to be in the hellfire. Illa, except for those who come to the correct belief, the iman in La ilaha illallah. Only those who come to the correct belief that was taught by the early prophets in the last and the final testament, the Quran. There's only one God. Thou shalt not have any other gods beside Him. Oh yes, and then Allah continues, and they have to do the amal salihat, the righteous good deeds. But He doesn't stop there. Watawasaw. What is that? Tawasaw. It is to encourage, exhort, and push each other to do what? To be in bilhaq. What is that? With what? To be with the truth and everything that following Islam means. To call to La ilaha illallah, Amr bil Ma'ruf, calling to the righteous way and forbidding the munkar, the evil. Watawasaw bis sabr, and being steadfast and persevering in patience. And these are the people Allah said, illa ladina, except for those. Except for those. So we see from this beautiful teaching in the Quran the meaning and purpose of our lives. Because we find another verse, chapter 51, verse 56 of the Quran, and Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. He's telling us the reason why He created the jinn and mankind was only for the purpose to serve Him, obey Him, surrender to Him, submit to His commandments in sincerity and in peace. And would you like to know the word in Arabic for all of that? That huge phrase, that big expression that I just gave you is in one beautiful word, fi lughatil Arabiyya, in the Arabic language. The word is Islam. Believing in God is not enough. Believing God is one is the right step. But unless and until a person is ready to submit and dedicate their life to the Lord above, they haven't really achieved Islam yet. But the good news is, as long as you're alive, as long as you're breathing, as long as you have this faculty, this aql, there's hope. The Muslim is always living between two things, right? Hope and fear. We fear Allah's punishment. We fear the hellfire. And we fear the anger, the wrath, the ghadab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But on the other side, we have hope. We have iman and faith in Allah and His beautiful attributes. He is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. He's Latif. He's Al-Ghafur. He's the only one who can forgive, the all-merciful, the all-forgiving. And He is Al-Wadud, the all-loving. If we Muslims today will really accept what Islam is, instead of talking about it, instead of referring to Islamism, Islamic, fundamentalist Islam, Orthodox Islam, Shiite Islam, Sufi Islam, and just come back to the Islam and leave off the descriptive adjectives. Drop the nonsense. Stop trying to show off for each other. Work for Him. You'd be surprised how well we can all survive in today's world. Because this is the same world it always was. It always belonged to Allah. It still belongs to Allah. And it's Allah who's in charge. And it's Allah who's put you and I in this test. Ibtila, the test from Allah. This is our test. I heard someone say, after the events of September the 11th in 2001, he said, "This is the worst time to be a Muslim." And he was saying it to somebody who just accepted Islam. A man gave up everything and came to Islam. His family was against him, his church was against him, his society, his job, everybody against him. But he accepted what I just told you, La ilaha illallah. And when he got into the masjid, he runs into a man who says, "This is the worst time to be a Muslim." The man called me on the phone and he said, "What should I do? This man told me this thing. I feel horrible that he said it. I still feel good about Islam, but I don't understand." I said, "Let me tell you something. This is the best time to be a Muslim. This is the best opportunity for you and I. Throughout history, many Muslims would love to have had the opportunity that is in front of each and every one of us today. Many Muslims say, 'Oh, I would like to die for Allah.' But when you ask them, they don't even want to walk across the street or give 10 cents to support the cause of real Islam. Many Muslims will tell you, 'Oh, I would like to go out and do jihad. I would like to,' and they don't even know what jihad is. Another problem that we run into, and it's a very serious problem, is speaking without knowledge. It seems like the Muslims have a hard time in admitting they don't know something. They just want to jump out and give answers to questions. 'Oh, let me answer. Oh, they want to talk about jihad. Let me say it. I want to say jihad al-akbar, jihad al-nafs. Oh, I know how to say that in Arabic. Ha! Or somebody else give a question about something very serious, about how you treat women in the Quran. 'Oh, I can say it. You take a stick and you beat her with it.' Whoa. What are you talking about? Where do you get this stuff?" It reminded me when I got to Islam that when I was a Christian, I knew there were 3 words that the Christians have a hard time saying. Yeah, they do. Yeah, you can tell a guy just got married, right? And he's at work. He's on the job and the phone rings. "Yes, honey. Okay, I'll bring it home on the way." Okay, bye-bye. Huh? What? "Yeah, me too." What? "Yeah, me too." "I do." "Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too, honey. Honey, I'm at work. I can't say it." "I love you." Can't do it. Now, Muslims, we don't have a problem with that. I can say it. We say it all the time. And we say it with conviction because we really do love. And we love our wives. We love our children. And we say it all the time. And our brothers in Islam, and we say to them, "Ana hibbuk fillah." I love you for Allah. It's easy for us. But we have 3 words that we can't say. It's really hard for us. Somebody comes up and they got a question. "What does Islam say about beating your wives? Why can a woman have only one husband? A man can have 4 wives?" And we're all going, I want to answer. Why? Because we can't say the 3 words, "I don't know." In the history of Islam, we find that the best of the scholars frequently said, "I don't know." I believe it was Imam Malik, one of the greatest of the scholars of Islam, rahimahullah, who was in Medina. And I think it was from the southern part of Arabia that they sent questions to him. And he went through the questions, maybe 26 out of 40 or 40 out of 50, whatever it was. A majority of the questions he didn't answer. But when they looked at it, they said, "Wait a minute, how are we going to go back and tell him that, we didn't get to answer Imam Malik on these questions?" He said, "When you go back, you tell him Imam Malik doesn't know the answers to those questions." Who are we? Compare yourself to the great